So, if you're watching this video, then that means you probably saw my recent Dead Rising speedrun for a category called All Weapons, which I came up with. Thank you. This is just a kind of part 2 that I decided to make to go with that video, where I just explain the category, since I came up with it myself, and there's only so much that a pinned comment and description can really tell you. So, yeah, that's what this video is. This really isn't a, so you've decided to speedrun kind of guide, considering, as of at least the day I'm recording this, it has not been made a category yet on either the official board or the category extensions. So, yeah. I just thought I'd explain the requirements, some of the finer things that came up with this, and just, all that jazz. So, yeah, that's what this video is. Welcome to, I don't know, a guide on a category I made up for Dead Rising. I'll probably still count this under the so you've decided to speedrun thing to be consistent. So, yeah, look forward to that. So, starting off with the rules for, this category, they are pretty simplistic. Obviously, the main goal of this category is to kill an enemy with every weapon you can find in the mall. This can be either a zombie, a cultist, a special forces, or a psychopath, as long as the weapon takes away the last bit of their health and actually kills them. So, for example, if you try and kill a boss with the machete, and then the last hit is with, say, the bucket, then that counts as a kill with the bucket, not the machete. So, yeah. The only thing that doesn't count as a kill is killing a survivor with a weapon, because they are not hostile. So, yeah. Although you can still just kill survivors, say if they're holding a weapon that you would want to get. Which you can see in my speedrun, where I killed Jeff at the beginning of the game to get the golf club, so I don't have to find it in the mall. Second kind of main rule is that if a weapon has the same name in the game, then it counts just as the same weapon. But if it looks similar but they have two different names, then they count separately. For example, the canned food and the canned sauce look identical, but they're called something different in the game, so they both count. However, the mannequin's arms, legs, and the bent mannequin limb all are just counted as mannequin limb, so they just count as the same thing. I believe in-game this is only with the mannequin limb, the three versions of the potted plant you can find, and the chairs, where, the wooden ones, the plastic ones, and the giant heavy ones will all just counted as chair. As well as some smaller ones, like the variants of the bacon ingredient, the two versions of the electric guitar. You can see why I kind of had this as a rule. Basically, as a weapon's called the exact same as something, it just counts as that. So, yeah. Also, I do count, Frank's just, barehanded fighting and Spitfire as a weapon, so, yeah, keep that in mind. Although one of Frank's special moves, like Disembowel, just counts as unarmed combat, as I called it. The last main thing is that the 5 weapons that I found in the mall that don't deal damage, which are the fire extinguisher, the painting, the parasol, the skylight, and the water gun, don't count since you can't kill anything with them. Trust me, I've tried to get a kill with those. They just can't kill anything. Oh yeah, and I guess also, killing Kent only counts if you kill him with a weapon during his actual boss fight. Killing him just during the first or second day doesn't count. And finally, if you were curious what the SPW part of that video's title means, that means no story progression weapons. Basically, anything you just can't get right away once the zombies get in. So if you're... It's only like a small set of weapons. I mostly had it as a rule of that I'd have to... If I included them, I'd have to play the game all the way up to Larry to get the last boss drop. Which I don't want to do. That would probably have extended this run by a lot. But yeah, for the full list and the reasonings, the ones that don't count are the Humvee and the large machine gun, which you need to get from the convicts. The Queen, which you get from a cutscene for going into the warehouse, I believe, during a temporary agreement, or in a round before or after that. The machete, which you need to get from Cliff. The small chainsaw that you need to get from Adam. The sniper rifle and the store displays, which are kind of locked out of by Cletus. The ceremonial sword, which you need to get from Sean. The weapon cart that you need to get from Steven. The meat cleaver that you get from Larry. The Molotov cocktail that you get from doing Paul's request after saving him. And the machine gun, which at the earliest you can get from the survivor Brett in the gun shop standoff. Which I believe Brett spawns on around, I think, day 3. So, yeah. And then the latest, of course, you get from the Special Forces once they get into the mall. Yeah, I really did not want to do that. Also, if you think I'm missing one, no, the stun gun actually is not just the boss drop, because you can find it in different locations in the mall. I'll explain where you can find it a bit later. But, yeah. So, Joe is the only one whose boss drop you need to get a kill from. And I guess the shotgun from Cletus, again, I'll explain that later. But, yes, pretty simplistic rules, in all honesty. I just thought this would be a fun category. I was surprised no one had done it, that I'd seen at least, so, yeah. Really should be all that's it for this video, but I thought it'd be neat if I showed you some spots where you can get weapons, and also explain what weapons you do need to get, because it is a very long list. Alright, now for the last little bit of this video, I'll just go over what weapons you need to get kills with, and how I did them in my route, which, you know, keep in mind, I'm not exactly the best Dead Rising speedrunner in the world, so, you know, feel free to try and come up with your own route. Most of these weapons you can find in, like, 20 different areas. I'm pretty sure actually only a few that you can only find in 1 or 2 areas. But anyways, there are exactly 106 weapons that you need to get a kill with in the speedrun, being the 2x4, the acoustic guitar, the baking ingredients, the barbell, the baseball bat, the bass guitar, the battle axe, the bench, the bicycle, the boomerang, the bowling ball, the bucket, the cactus, the canned drinks, the canned food, the canned sauce, the cardboard box, the cash register, the CDs, the chainsaw, the chair, the cleaver, the condiment, the cooking oil, the delivery truck, the dishes, the dumbbell, the electric guitar, the excavator, the fence, the fire axe, the frying pan, the garbage can, the gems, the golf club, the gumball machine, the handgun, the handbag, the hanger, the HD TV, the hedge trimmer, the hockey stick, the hunk of meat, the hunting knife, the katana, the king salmon, the laser sword, the lawnmower, the lead pipe, the lipstick prop, the mailbox post, the mannequin limb, the mannequin torso, Megabuster, the motorcycle, the nail gun, the nightstick, the novelty mask, the oil bucket, the paint can, the perfume prop, the pet food, the pickaxe, the plywood panel, the potted plant, the propane tank, the push broom handle, the pylon, the rat saucer, the rat stick, the real Mega Buster, the red convertible, the rock, the sausage rack, the saw blade, the shampoo, the shelf, the shopping cart, the shotgun, the shovel, the shower head, the sickle, the sign, the skateboard, the sledgehammer, the smokestack, the soccer ball, the Spitfire, the steel rack, the stepladder, the stool, the stuffed bear, the stun gun, the submachine gun, the sword, the toolbox, the toy cube, the toy laser sword, the TV, unarmed combat, the vase, the white sedan, and the wine cask. And now I'll just show you the route I did, so, you know, if you want to follow it, practice. So, here's what I do. First, naturally, I just get the zombies to spawn in by going to the pile over here. Skip the cutscene. And then once the zombies are in, what I do is I go around the back, get this snack and this baseball bat, loop around the pile, get an HD TV, and immediately kill a zombie with it. Then I drop it, because I got that, and get a bag of chips. Another one. That's for Spitfire later. Then I just kind of run through this to get to this swarm of zombies over here. This is very important, which I'll say as I swing through. So, if you were paying attention, you would have noticed I said shotgun was counted for that. And normally it wouldn't, since you really need to be Cletus and able to get one. But that guy, Ryan Reynolds, drops a shotgun once you've killed him. Once he dies. And that's the only place you can get a shotgun without fighting Cletus or waiting for a survivor to spawn. And since the run starts at the meeting Carlito on the helipad, the shotgun counts. So, yeah. But yeah, once we're in the security room, I kind of fucked up, but I also tend to get a kill with the shotgun immediately in the entrance plaza. So, yeah. I should probably mention this next bit is kind of going to feel a bit weird compared to my other So You've Decided speedrun guides, kind of just because I'm kind of just doing this all in one go, since there really isn't that much to break up anyways. But yeah, afterwards I get the real Mega Buster and the laser sword from the corner, talk to Otis. I do this beforehand, but again, you know. And yeah, go into the mall. So, and yes, the real Mega Buster and the laser sword count. Which, yeah, does mean you have to do Zombie Genocide or 5-Day Hunter to get them unlocked, but you can also just use a save file from the Dead Rising speedrun resources if you just want to get to level 50 and get these weapons immediately. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, once on the roof, literally the only thing I do is pull out the real Mega Buster, blow Jeff's head off, and open this cardboard box, which I got unlucky and got cabbage. So, the reason I open these cardboard boxes is because the ones at least on the roof and in the warehouse have a chance to spawn either a shower head, a sickle, or a stun gun, which are three of the weapons that we need to get. And also fairly out of the way. Now I have things where I route them in. You can find a stun gun in Cinema 5 and Movie Land, which I'll show off when we get to that. Sickles you can find in a few places. And shower heads I know spawn in the home saloon, which, if you don't remember, that's where you fight Cliff. But yeah, it's just good to get one from the cardboard box. Oh yeah, and then I shoot Jeff because he carries a golf club. So that just means I don't have to get a golf club from a, I don't actually even know where a golf club spawns. I've never needed to grab one. But anyways, that's the rooftop. So once I'm in the warehouse, what I'll do immediately is get a bucket and a toolbox from there. And then jump on this box to see if I get a weapon. I didn't. I got frozen vegetables. So now I'll take the lead pipe and a paint can. And go over to these cardboard boxes. See if I get a weapon. This one has squash. That one has the shower head, which I did want, so I'll drop the paint can. This one just has another shower head. This one just has another shower head. Three shower heads. But, yeah. Why do I still have the bat on me? I forgot to drop the bat. Yeah, but yeah, once I got it, this kind of just depends on the RNG, but now I'll have one inventory space open, so I'll get the TV from over there, which is different from the HD TV, because this one's just called TV. Trigger the cutscene for case 1-1, skip through it, and boom. Now I got a handgun, because Jesse gives you one. And now with that, I'll go into Paradise Plaza, and we're just going to kill these zombies with each of the weapons I got. So, start with TV. There we go. Just drop a weapon once you know you got a kill with it. Now, this is the handgun. This is the shower head. This is the lead pipe, which I usually throw into a zombie. Here's the toolbox. Then I throw the toolbox on the ground to get a saw blade. There's that. Now we'll get the bucket. Make sure you hold down your attack button and able to actually kill the zombie with the bucket. I got a nightstick from that cop zombies, which is good. Okay, there's the bucket. Also make sure you look out for 2 hunks of meat, because we'll need that for the kills, but they have low durability, so you have to kind of get 2 of them to kill a zombie with them. I know you can also sometimes get them in the intro once the zombies break in, so look out for that as well. Anyways, we'll just keep going. There's the golf club. There's the real Mega Buster. There's the laser sword. Here's the shotgun, because I forgot to get in the intro. Nope. Slow down me. Here's the nightstick. And why do I still have the bucket on me? And then the last thing I usually get before I go back into the warehouse to get a few more weapons is the sign, because it spawns right there. Also, here's what I was talking about similar name weapons with the same name. See how it's just called potted plant? There are a few versions of the potted plant that are just like that, so that means you only need to get a kill with one of these. Anyways, afterwards I go back into the warehouse to get a few more weapons. What I do is I once again break open some cardboard boxes. Let's see if I get lucky. That one just has another shower head. That has cabbage. And that one has frozen vegetables. So now I'll go back to the one at the beginning. And also get a paint can, because I didn't bring one. Stun gun, hell yeah. There we go. So now I only need to go back for the sickle. And also you can break this mannequin and able to get a limb and a torso. But yeah, then afterwards, once I got those, I'll go grab the cardboard box I didn't break open and pick it up, because now we gotta get a kill with this as well. There are a few of them that spawn in different locations, but I just like getting the one at the warehouse. So, once again, just kill the zombies with the weapons you got. There's a cardboard box kill. You can throw it down to see what you get. I got another handgun. There's the mannequin limb. There's the torso. And there's the stun. There's the stun gun, and there's our paint can. Yippee. Okay, now that I got those, what I then do is go over here, get this potted plant, and just kill a zombie with them. I do that because they're insta-kill, so it works well. Now I'll go over here, break this, and get gems to do that. It's a bit hard to get gem kills sometimes, because you want to go for like a headshot. There we go. That's a little hard too. Also, I guess just looking over here, you could also get a chair kill now. I kind of wish I knew that. These Oh yeah, that is a lot better than the plastic ones. So yeah, I guess you could do that. This is what I mean about the route. See, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. But yeah, I guess there's a chair kill. Then what I do, I actually do this before the potted plant. But I go into contemporary reading and get the sports magazine for later. And then this is also a good chance to get a kill with the cash register. There we go. So yeah, there's that. Then afterwards, this is when I do the gems. Shoot open this window. That my bullets are phasing through. What the fuck? Oh, all of the windows are gone. But okay, I don't know when that happened, but okay, the windows is gone from here. But yeah, in here, what I do is I get the rat saucer, the novelty mask, the toy laser sword, and the stuffed bear. And then, again, just get a kill with all of them. I think my bear broke before I got a kill, but I think I got the toy laser sword, so that's nice. There we go. That's stuffed bear kill. In my opinion, I'd say the toy laser sword's the most annoying to get a kill with. One of the more annoyings, at least, because it just takes so many hits to kill a zombie. It's like this, and most of the weapons that you normally just shove in a zombie's mouth, like the hanger, the condiment, the hunk of meat, especially the shampoo. But that one's mainly because of the way you get it. But there we go. And we'll do the novelty mask. Oh, stuck on a bear. There we go. Fun. That. Now for the rat saucer. Got lucky and got a headshot there. So we're all good. Yep. Then I'll usually go over here to get a bench kill. Once again, just to kind of get it out of the way. Then I'll get a garbage can. Yep. Yeah, there's a second piece of meat, so I can do a hunk of meat kill now. Also, you can throw those trash cans if you want to try and find a hunting knife. You can also get them off of yellow-shirted thug zombies, I've seen someone call them. So, yep. Then what I do is go onto the second floor, go into here, and get a handbag, which we'll need. Then I go this way. Oh, hi, Ken. Bye, Ken. Then what I do in here is I just get a hanger and a skateboard, of course, for later. And just general mobility, because you get to move quick. Zombie. We'll do hunk of meat now. That's what I mean by why you want two, because one isn't enough to kill a zombie. There are a few weapons that are like that. I believe the condiment, the shampoo, and the hunk of meat are the main ones, where one isn't strong enough to kill a zombie. But, yeah. I guess Kent took the rest of the zombies out when he spawned. Thanks, Kent. Dick. Yeah, then what I do in here is, this is where I use those chips I got in the intro to make Spitfire. 2 snacks make Spitfire. Then while I'm here, I also get dishes, canned drink, and a frying pan. And then there's my Spitfire. This is also where I'd get the chair kill, but I found those heavy ones. This category's fun. It really is. Anyways, I'll show more of my round in a moment. I'm just gonna get these, because I've gotten lucky Ken spawned since there's no zombies up there. So, yep, handbag. Yep. It's weird how strong those hangers are in killing them. Yeah, there we go. This is the frying pan. This canned drinks. Oh shit, that actually scared me. That didn't kill him. That did though. Okay, and there are the dishes. And now we'll drink Spitfire to get a kill with that. There we go. Gotta make sure you're unarmed for Spitfire to work. To remember that. Alright, so now what I'll do is... What I'd normally do is go up here and kill all the zombies there, but I got unlucky, so... You know. I'm gonna show you something fun with the pie later that I never knew. But yeah, now what I do is I jump down here to get a katana and skateboard into this store to get another book to beef up the skateboard. Because, you know, we're gonna need that. Now what I do is I run into this ye olde toy box place to get a boomerang. And then this is when I get kills with this. And a katana. And also the skateboard. I just realized I didn't do a skateboard kill. If you want to know, you get a kill with it by running into a zombie. Also, here's that funny thing I was talking about. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. But apparently if you throw a pie at a zombie's face, you can actually blind them with it. Which I find funny, I never knew that. Anyways, once I'm at this area, what I do is I just kick into Tune Makers to get an electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, and a bass guitar. These two are named the exact same thing, by the way, so you don't need both. Anyways, then I get a kill with these. So, this bass is acoustic, and is electric. Then after that, I'll kind of swing around here to get a bowling ball and skate into entertainment aisle very gradually and able to get CDs. You can also, if you want to, get them from the store next to where we got the Servbot helmet. But yeah, there's our CDs. Here's the bowling ball. And then the last thing you do in Paradise Plaza, this area is very big, by the way, I should mention that, is I go into Jill's Sandwiches to get a few things here. Those being a cleaver, bacon ingredients, 2 condiments, the cooking oil, and then a stool. And then once again, it's just back to beating zombies. Here's a stool kill. Here's a cooking oil. We'll save the condiment for later. There's the baking ingredient. And there's the cleaver. Also, good thing you want to do with the condiment or the hunk of meat, you want to isolate like one zombie so you can easily get it. Because if there's a group, you might hit more than one zombies and just wear down the strength of it. Forgot to put the katana down. Also, I didn't get lucky here, but usually I also get the shopping cart here or on the top floor because usually I end up finding one around here. But, yep, since that's done, then what I do is go into Movie Land to get weapons here. So, Movie Land, right away, what I do is go over here to get a gumball machine for that. It's not what I wanted to throw at them. Thanks, Ronald Zombie. Then we go into the gift shop to get a rat stick and a Mega Buster. This is separate from the real Mega Buster, by the way, because it's just called Mega Buster. So, yeah. But yeah, then I get kills there. There's, yep, there's the rat stick. There's the Mega Buster. Then I just dip. You can also get the rat saucer there. Then what I do is, this is actually kind of fun, I go into each of these cinemas and I'm able to grab something. Because they each have something I want to get a kill with. So, first I go into here. This is where you can also get a mannequin. The mannequin torso and limb if you want to. I believe I do that in my speedrun. But, what you can do is, you get a 2x4, and you get a plywood panel. Which is very good. This doesn't really spawn in that many areas, I think. Outside of, like, you know, survivors. Yeah. You get the plywood panel there. And I get the 2x4. Here we go. Then I go into Cinema 2. Get off me. And what I end up grabbing here is the propane tank. It's good. I also want to try and get a zombie in here, because then I can get 2 heavy weapons. I just blow up the propane tank with the Mega Buster, and I got lucky with the zombie coming in, so now I'll get a steel rack, so we can get that out of the way. You can also get this in the warehouse if you want to, a few other places, but yep, there we go. Now we're gonna go into Cinema 3, which literally the only thing I get here is a pylon. But also here, a little demonstration of why the painting doesn't count. Unlike the other incapacitate the zombie weapons, you can't do a normal attack with this painting. You can only do the incapacitation one. So it doesn't count. It's the same with the skylight because it uses the same animation. Anyways, there's the pylon kill. Then I skip Cinema 4 because that's the one Sean spawns in, so nothing else appears in there. And now I just go into Cinema 5, and here I get a push broom. This is also where the stun gun spawns, by the way. It's in between these paint cans. See right there? So if you don't get it from the box, you can get it there. But then also with the push broom, I get the mannequin. And then, of course, the stun gun if I wasn't lucky with the boxes. Yep, and I just get a kill with everything here. There's my mannequin. There's a push broom. And the push broom handle is listed separately as well, so you gotta kill enough zombies with this for the top to break off. There we go. See what I mean? It's just called push broom handle. And yeah, that actually wraps up everything that's in Movie Land. So then you just want to skateboard out here. Like normal Dead Rising, you do want to stick with skateboarding. Able to move around because it's pretty quick. Oh, look, I got lucky with the shopping cart. There we go. Oh, there's also a an unarmed kill. I don't think I did that yet. There we go. Shopping cart. Now I'll go into Leisure Park to get a few weapons. So, Leisure Park, I only grab 4 things around here. What I first get is a wine cask from over here. Nope. And then I'll skateboard over to this hill, able to get 3 weapons. The hedge trimmer, the rock, and the soccer ball. And, you know, just get go with all those. There's a soccer ball. There's a rock. There's the hedge trimmer. And now that that area is done, now I will skateboard over to the parking lot, because we gotta get a few vehicles here. I should also mention, I know there's a sickle that spawns somewhere in the park. Oh, there it is. So, if you didn't get a sickle from the boxes, you can also get one here. You can also get them in a few other places. I actually did not know that's where the sickle spawns, so I would grab it in a shop in Alfresca. But yeah, now we're just gonna wanna skate to parking lot. Try and weave through most of these zombies because you don't want to hit too many and break your skateboard, but yeah, now that we're over here, we're gonna get on the motorcycle and just drive through some of these guys and able to get get that to count, and then get into the red convertible and able to get kills with those. I just drove into a light post. But yeah, after that, I go into the maintenance tunnel. Surprised I haven't ran into any hunting knife zombies, so we need to keep looking for that. Then I just drive over to where... Just drive left over to where Sion's is, so I can get into the meat area, where you fight Larry. And now that I'm in here, there's actually two things I gotta grab. So... yeah. This area is a bit annoying to get through because there's like a lot of zombies in here. But yeah, so you tend to get grabbed a lot. But anyways, I'll just show them. Yeah, one of the weapons is this shelf, which is separate from the steel rack, so counts. And then weapon 2, which is just over there. Frank would stop dodge rolling for once in his godforsaken life. Is this a sausage rack? There we go. Got that. I'm gonna get out of there before I get jumped. If you also get attacked too much here, you can also hop on this counter and drink this milk. Able to heal up a bit. For some reason, the zombies can't get up here, so you're fine to just heal up. But yeah, those are the only 2 weapons you need from here. And I guess I could also mention, yeah, you can get a canned food from boxes down here, so you can also try and open boxes and able to get that, so you don't have to later, which I did. Once you're done in the meat production plant, just skateboard over here to the delivery truck, so we can get a kill for that. And we're just going to want to drive. You'll want to follow my instructions if you get lost down here. Go right. Then just follow the turn. Go forwards from the parking lot entrance into this little area. Turn left here. And then make a right at this little alcove and you end up at the store, which is somewhere we're going to want to go. So I just go in here. Then I guess sledgehammer. I usually open these cardboard boxes to see if I can get canned food or a skateboard, because it's good to keep a backup skateboard. I just open those ones usually, but yeah. Then I get the maintenance tunnel key for later use, and then I think it's over here. Then I also get a submachine gun, so we get a kill with that and the sledgehammer. I don't really know what that was, but there we go. Then I usually just clear the area. I'll usually just use the submachine gun because if you the Mega Buster and the Laser Sword, they do clear out the zombies, but they also have a chance to disable the delivery truck if you accidentally shoot it, which is not good. But yeah, afterwards, just drive forwards from here. Now we're going to want to take a right. Then just follow the path, keep going forwards. And then you end up under where Paradise Plaza is, which is good because now we need to get the white sedan. Which, there we go. Now from here, what you can do is, I still have trouble actually remembering this, so yeah. Yeah, here we go. So, I want to just go forwards. Now make a left. Oh, yeah. So, it should back up. At this first little alcove, go into it. So make a right. And then just go forwards to this little roundabout. Go this way. And you end up on the food court. So then I just get out and take the elevator up. Because we're going into the food court. If you're curious why I do this, it's just to kind of, so I don't have to deal with the convicts, because usually I end up taking long enough that they spawn in. But yeah, at the food court, this spawns in Carlito because it's a story, so just kill him. Very lucky there. And the reason I had to go into the food court is because we need to get a kill with Cactus. And best to my knowledge, this is the only area with cactuses spawn. Yeah. So, there's the cactus. And also, if you want to, there's a submachine gun up on that little chef statue, if you want to do that instead of getting the one of the maintenance tunnel. I used to do that, actually, for a long time. And I'm going to actually break this trash can open, see if I can get a... If I can get a... That's a handgun. Alright, but yeah, now we're in Alfresca, so what I do here is go into the shop, and really the main thing I would just grab here is the sickle if I didn't get it, but I got it in the park, and then I also get a shovel. That's how you get a kill with it, by the way, with that attack. And then I also get the oil bucket, so I can get a kill with that. There we go. Now that I have those two, I go back here to get a chainsaw, rev it up, and then just kind of Leatherface my way over into the gym, because there's two weapons in here I gotta get to. Now that I'm in here, I get a dumbbell, and then a barbell. Yep, two more I need kills with. Okay, there's the barbell. There's the dumbbell. Now that I have those, I'll just skateboard through. I also got lucky Bert and Aaron spawned, so I can get a fence pretty quickly now. Because they use a fence for their barricade. Yay. Normally I end up getting this further up, near the, in the area with the fountain, but... yeah, I got lucky. This is where I grab it, by the way, at that store. And the last thing I get in Alfresca is just a bicycle. Not really a particular reason. I tend to watch the zombie counter for this, because the bike's kind of inconsistent for when it's going to kill someone. Now it's turned to night, which isn't exactly good. If you are quick enough, you can avoid it becoming night before you've gotten every weapon. I think I do it in my speedrun, but yeah. But anyways, now we're in Entrance Plaza. This is why I'm doing all of this, because there's a few exclusive weapons here that we can't get in the opening, because they're in shops. But here's what I do. I go up here, get the perfume prop, and then the lipstick prop. Now I'll go over into this store to get the hockey stick. Yoink. I think one of these sports stores is also where golf club spawns, if you want to grab that. In case you don't want to kill Jeff. But anyways, now over here, we'll go into this antique store. In here, there are two weapons you gotta get. One's in this glass, which is the battle axe. I don't still have this on me. And then the other is this vase, which I'll just get right away, since I don't want to carry it. Here we go. And there's one last weapon we gotta grab before we start doing zombie killing, which is back in the sporting store. And it is pickaxe. You can also get the bike here if you want to, because one spawns there. But anyways, now I have all the weapons I want to get kills with. I just did the vase, so you gotta get them with these zombies, by the way, because none of them spawn. No other zombies spawn until you do the until you get Brad to talk to Barnaby. But anyways, there's our lipstick prop. There's our perfume prop. There's the hockey stick. There's the battle axe. And here's the pickaxe. It's gonna... Still no hunting knife, what the hell? I've never struggled this much to get a hunting knife. Usually I just find one in paradise and then get that. But anyways, once you're done here, I just go over here and drop down, because it triggers the cutscene immediately. And yeah, I'm good with Entrance Plaza. So now we're just gonna skate all the way back to the food court, so we can go into Wonderland. There we go. These are the types of zombies that normally sometimes have hunting knives. This one doesn't for some reason. For some fucking baffling reason. But yeah. They just spawn all over. I don't know why he doesn't. You know. But yeah, we're just skating back now. I hope you're enjoying this video. I know it might feel a little scatterbrained, but honestly, I just thought a guide video for this would be nice, especially since you guys seem to really enjoy that speedrun. Which I'm glad, because I really did like doing that. It's one of the more fun ones I did for I've been trying to do for Dead Rising. But anyways, yep, now I just escaped Wonderland Plaza. There's literally one weapon I grab here, which is the toy cube. Yep, there we go. And, yep, now I got the toy cube, so we're just gonna skate over to North Plaza, because there's a few things we gotta get here. And we should be near the end of the run now. I say at least with my speedrun, because I haven't found that damn hunting knife, so... I'm serious, I've never struggled this much to get a hunting knife. I'm also about to die. I hope I don't run out of health. I'll try and get something here. Nope, bat. I'd check, since you can also get snacks out of there sometimes. Alright, let's just keep going. Yeah, now you want to go into this shop, Ripper Blades. It's right by where Seance is. And the reason for this is because you gotta break this glass open and get a sword. This is the only spot with swords spawn, I believe. But, yep, there we go. I'm actually gonna take this with me because I gotta deal with... I gotta now deal with the supermarket. Yep, I think at the supermarket there are about, like, 4-ish weapons we gotta grab here. Okay, 4 to 5, depending on your luck with boxes, because you also might need to get canned food here. Just gonna heal up on the cooked pizzas. I think if you do this before, night, you normally don't really need to heal, but I got, Naturally, I'm not exactly trying to do this very quick, because I'm explaining stuff, so yeah. Here we go. Oh, there goes my sword. Anyways, so, what you gotta do, you gotta go into this aisle, aisle 2 it looks like, and this is where you get shampoo and pet food. Get away some zombies, of course. There we go. So, like the condiments and the hunk of meat, you're gonna need 2 of these and able to, do this good. I'll see if I can do it on this, this one. There we go. And now we can get pet food. There we go. Now, we'll just go this way. I think it's this aisle that has the canned sauce. Yep. There we go. So, now we get canned sauce. There we go. I think this is also the one where you can get canned food if you didn't get it from a box. Alright, and the last one we need is the king salmon, which is over there in the seafood section. So again, just kind of cut your way through. I like to go behind the counter here, then you just break this open, and boom. Luckily, the king salmon is weirdly strong, so you can just get one easily. And, now I'm gonna waste a bit of time, because I really need to find that hunting knife. I'm serious by this. I've never struggled this hard to get a hunting knife. Like, ever. There we go. Finally. Finally a hunting knife. Okay, there we go. Now we're in the, like, endgame stuff, so now you just leave the supermarket. And now we're gonna need to skate over to the home saloon. Yep, just follow what I'm doing and get there quick. You also, this one's kind of give or take, this is what I do, but I also duck into this place so I can get a step ladder. To get a, able to get a step ladder kill. There we go, just got it. Yep. Now we're just gonna get back to, shovel. There's the home saloon. Yeah, like I mentioned, if the name doesn't sound familiar, only sounds like a bit familiar, it's the, this is the store you normally fight Cliff in. You know, the war veteran with the machete. But, yeah, there's a few exclusive weapons you can get here. This is also another pretty annoying area to get through, because it's also fucking swarming with zombies. But, yeah. What I do is break this box open. I always do that because I got a fire axe in there once and saved a bit of time. But, anyways, the last weapons I get here is the lawnmower from here. Because, I didn't get the one that was outside. Just gonna move that over. Nope. Okay, wants to be mean. Then I get the mailbox, which, like the push broom, the handle... The broken bit is called the mailbox post, so that means we gotta break the top off and able to get a kill with that. There we go. Now we get a nail gun, you can get that in the next aisle. There we go. Then I go for an excavator, which I find over here. I really like this weapon, by the way. That's fun. Oh, the fun sponge. No, I'm not taking that. There we go. Yeah, I really like this weapon. It's fun. Also, I just realized I forgot. For the excavator, I also get a fire axe if I didn't get it from the box. Come on. Nope. And now there's only one other weapon I gotta get. Oh yeah, here's the aisle you can get the shower heads from if you didn't get one from a box. Yeah, right here. A weapon I guarantee a lot of you didn't know was a thing. Smokestack. Which I'm just gonna... There you go. Yeah, that is a weapon. If you're curious, it's meant to be another put it on the zombie's head weapon. Which is kind of funny, I guess. But, yeah, I think that should be everything. Naturally, once you think you're done, I'd probably just go over, kind of like in your head, just to make sure you didn't fuck up. I think I'm good, but I also explained every weapon, so, I don't know, maybe I'll just put an edit in the video if I found out I missed something. If you're curious why I haven't stopped yet, I want to show another weapon that I really doubt you knew was in this game. Again, it's kind of hard to get. Here it is! Skylight. I had no idea this was a weapon, but yeah. It doesn't count for this speedrun because it just uses the paintings animation, so, you know, you can't kill anyone with it. You can do that, though. It's very fun. It's so stupid. But, yeah, I'm just gonna get high up so we can do my little outro. And that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. Like I've said, I really do enjoy all weapons. I thought it was an interesting category. I had fun running it. Usually you don't see anyone use any weapon other than the small chainsaw, the shotgun in speedruns, so yeah, I just really like it. As of the day I'm recording this category is not on either Dead Rising leaderboard, but if you do run, tag me in it, because I really would like to see someone else do this run and maybe even beat the time I did. But with that, I do believe we've come to the end of our time. I do plan to make another guide video for a Dead Rising category in the future, and maybe one day I'll try and do an all-weapons run for Dead Rising 2 or 3. But with that, I leave you to it. If it's your birthday today when watching this video, then happy birthday to you, and I bid you adieu.